every side the black sky, lost in a world of black, darker than night. They cannot contact the land. They do not know where they are. Everything has failed. The captain takes the fateful decision. And then suddenly the gloom dissolved. A light was seen. The ship was safe now. The lighthouse would guide them through the lurking hazards. And so, day after day, dawn after dawn, ships dock at the appointed hour. Only the crews know what they owe to the lighthouses and to the keepers of the light. In the distant past, when man first ventured out on unfamiliar, silent seas, he knew that the sea around the shore had perils unknown to the deep. To guard himself, he marked the coast with beacon flares. These were the first lighthouses, piles of burning wood on fatal rocks. Remains on islands fringing India's coast still tell the tale. Then the slow-moving sailboats gave way to the steamships. They ranged over the oceans, finding new routes, new sea lanes. And to meet their requirements, new types of guiding lights were invented. After the original beacon flare came the colza oil lamp, which developed into the wick-burning kerosene lamp. Then came the petroleum vapor burners. Soon after, the acetylene gas lamps. And finally, the electric bulb. More and yet more powerful lights were needed. Research workers tackled the job. Soon, optics with the new magic of glass revolutionized the lighthouse. The science of lenses proved that light could be concentrated, could be made to pierce the dark for distances never spanned before. Revolving lights were brought into use to make it easier for weather-worn eyes to spot the man-made stars along sprawling coastlines. And gradually, lighthouses came to be recognized by the way they flashed their signals, some from as far away as 30 miles. Lighthouses are to ships what signals and steel tracks are to trains. They guide ships along the roads of the sea. Height, too, is an important factor for modern lighthouses. It enables them to serve a greater coastline and increase their visibility. At Mandvi in Kutch, the structure rises on a fort wall. Bangorla takes advantage of the fierce high rocks. And this is the light of Mahabalipuram, where in days long past there burned beacon flares. Most imposing is the proud and towering Jayagad Lighthouse. In Bombay's famed harbour, many lighthouses warn of hidden reefs. They also coordinate traffic. Where lighthouses cannot serve, light ships and light buoys play a role guiding vessels through narrow channels. No list of Indian lighthouses would be complete without this palatial structure in the heart of Madras city, very different from those on remote islands far from the coast. It is here on isolated, windswept rocks that the story of the lighthouse keeper is written. Today there is company, but soon the monsoon will engulf the coast. Then he will be cut off from the mainland. The staff of the lighthouse store their valuable rations and drinking water. These have to be moved by crane to the top of the cliffs. It is 4 months' supply. The community is self-sufficient. They learn to look after themselves, and most of all, they must guard against sickness. A cheery farewell. They will meet after 4 months. Loneliness closes in. The vigil is round the clock. Upon them depends the safety of those on the sea. Upon them and their work, cleaning the lenses, keeping the rust away, maintaining the lights. Aware of their hardships, the authorities make every effort to lighten the burden of the lonely months. Even as they pass the long hours, they know that provision has been made for their children to receive education in schools on land. India is planning a rapid improvement and expansion of lighthouses. Already along her 3,500-mile coast, there are 21 major lighthouses. 7 more are under construction. These will later be supplemented by 70 new structures. Lighthouse construction is not as easy as it looks. Usually, work has to be done in far-off places, not easily accessible. Many obstacles must be surmounted. The design is important. Weather conditions are carefully studied. The structures must withstand the fury of the elements. The most modern equipment has to be installed to get the maximum utility from the lighthouse. Often, electricity has to be brought to these distant points. Korlai, Okha, Periton, and within the next few years, many more new lighthouses will rise along the coast of India to make navigation safer and easier. As the network of lighthouses spreads, more ships are commissioned to serve these outposts, to take part in rescue operations. It is a silent service, but ignore its warnings and signals, and there is trouble in the offing. An emergency. A fishing boat with many on board has hit something and is sinking fast. On radio telephone, the message reaches the captain of the rescue launch.
Hello, sailing ship in distress.
Speaking. Over to you. Hello, Central Line speaking.
Message received. Starting. Start.
call them by any name, beacons, flares, lights. They are the stars that man has made through the centuries to help him along the great sea routes and along the coasts of continents. Stars of stone and steel, of concrete and glass, to which he must turn when the stars of the sky cannot guide him.